Cha cha cha. Hi there, you guys. Let me make sure that Instagram follow Benny Negan. I don't even know those people. So why would I follow any of them? It's weird. Um, Hi you guys. I know. Gotta take this off. Uh had a little bit of a late start today. Um yeah, I had a little bit of a late start. I did not go to church today. Um Oh wow. I don't know what my computer just did. It just did a whole flash, like it took a picture or something. Like it literally just and blunk out. So um probably did. These systems are like weird now. So anyhow, but before I even start with that, saying please connect. I'm already connected. What are you talking about? My tower is up. So they be doing the most. Yes, my tower is up, boo boo. Wrong one. Wrong one. So I guess it's gonna be this whole game where my stuff gets shut off or whatever. I don't really care. Anyhow, I don't even know why they had that little Copa thing where they say where the is this for children? If this not for children, 13 and I guess under or something like that. Because let me tell you this: we live in this world. These kids do what they want. Their parents let them do what they want. They're gonna watch stuff that you say is not for kids anyway. So I don't even know. That's just like Facebook. I had relatives that were like 12 and 13, and they were saying it was for 18-year-olds when they excluded, the clause that said you had to be a college student. That's when everything broke loose. They took over MySpace, because MySpace used to be the platform for everybody else. You had a MySpace account, you had a Facebook if you went to college, and then, out of there. But when it opened up, and they said it was for 18 and older, guess what? Them kids was doing that stuff anyway. They was changing that age. Because guess what? It's just a social media platform. And how do you use it depends on you. Now, if it's something that's not right, most people are going to turn it off. Most kids are going to turn it off because they ain't got time for it. Some might be like, ooh, and then turn it off. But anyhow, yeah, I don't get that. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And not only that, it surprises me that you can have a lot of things that shouldn't be shown. That's the biggest issue. We need to have some R ratings for some of this stuff that no one needs to see. Well, they need to pay on a site to see, but they can see it on here. It's weird. Anyhow, because that's y'all stuff. That's y'all stuff. Anyhow, I got up. No, the night before I was getting ready for work, and I noticed y'all like it was like months. Every single day, I had 2 dimes, 20 cents on my windowsill. I would just be like, okay, well maybe I should keep it, but then something just told me to get rid of it. So I would give 2 people 2 dimes, the 2 dimes, right? Them 2 dimes will come right, like it'll be more than 2 dimes. So I'm like, what is this? And what am I dealing with? What is this? So, you got to pray over your house, all that. Because it's like, what is this? What are you carrying? Because you might be a carrier or something that you don't know what you have, just like the whole virus, Roro. Some people, they don't know you can be carriers. That's why you got to be careful. Because you can be a carrier. You can not have something and care. Okay, so that's the same thing. You can be carrying spirits. You don't know what you carrying off residue. Especially with me dealing with a lot of people who are homeless, and dealing with people who are going through situations and a lot of that stuff, people think that just that's the outside. Some of that stuff is being spiritually bound. When you are, in poverty, you are spiritually bound, because you're not getting the things that are designed for you, So I'm like, what is this? What is this? And I would get rid of the coins. The last time I flushed them down the toilet, I didn't see them anymore. And I had to do some other stuff, say some prayers and, watch. You just watch who you're around because not to be nervous or panicky or anything like that, to be in a paranoia. But you can narrow down a lot of things if you watch or record who was you around the last time. That's just like people who are trying to trace back a virus or something like that. Guess what? They're going to ask you, who did you have last contact with? The same thing. Okay. And I did notice that it was certain people who had the same kind of energy or the same kind of spirit that I interacted with. When that happened, I will find those coins. So I haven't seen any of those, and I'm really, really grateful. Okay. So I've been just trying to get a little bit closer to God, but I know that I'm going in the right way, because literally I have been getting attacked left and right. And I've literally had to, it's like a submitting to God's will. That's basically what it is. Like, I can't do things like I used to do, or pierce through things, or cover things up, or just fight my way in certain situations. Fight it through. Sometimes you got to sit there and work it out, and sometimes you don't have to. Like, my biggest thing is sitting there and waiting for everything to come and not working it out, because it's really not how it works. So anywho, as I'm getting ready for work, I freaking notice on the side, there are these two, it's this coin, right? The coin's got two sides, and it's like this angel coming out of a cloud, and it's not a real coin. So, and if anyone knows, like, I collect, I used to collect. I don't even collect them like that anymore. I've been kind of selling them just because of what's been going on. They come in high demand, but I used to collect coins. So, and it's a good pastime, but I don't collect like fake coins, coins that are made by like a metal and it has like a plastic covering on it. But this one actually did. Okay, let's see if you can see this. I'm going to show you guys. This is the coin that was there. And I don't know if you can see, because that's not the best. Yeah, I need to wipe my phone. So gross. Okay, let's see if you can see. I want you guys to see. Okay, now you can see the coin. It's like this angel appearing and clouds all underneath and everything. So that's the front of it. The back of it. Let's see if I can get the back. The back was the same way. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, so it's like this angel appearing out of the cloud. And I started recording outside, talking about, because when I saw it in the house, I was just like, what the heck? And next to it, it was this sign that said, we're listening. That's what it said on the thing, on the card next to the coin. And I'm like, I remember the card because when I had to, for work, I had to get a new computer. I told you guys that my computer had just shut down. And they had this thing and it was saying, we're listening, or something like that. So I thought I had got rid of that piece of paper. Unless they had some more on there. But all of a sudden, I see that coin and I see the paper and it says, we're listening. So I'm sitting here like, okay, that's a little frightening. And then, I went on to talk about it. I'm going to show you guys what I said on the video, because the video is like 7 minutes, but I had to cut it off because I was so cold. And it seems like the more I talk about what I'm talking about, the more people come and attract, or they're throwing their attention. Yeah, they're throwing getting my attention off of what I want to talk about. So I learned sometimes being outside or being in the public is not the best time to record, not the best time to do certain things. So, let's see. Here it goes. You guys, I hope you guys can see what this coin is. Yesterday it's like got an angel on the front. I don't even know what actually the coin came from, and it was in a particular, like, a crazy place. Every day I wake up just about. Come here. Sorry, you guys. I was yelling at my dog. Every day I wake up and I see. Move, Lulu. Let me show you the back of it, because the back of it show the same thing. More coins than fill out. It's like this angel appearing out of the air. And I don't know, lost actual change. Okay. Let's not put those in there. Let's just. And underneath the doggone thing, I had saw this paper because I was like, I'm not touching this. I don't know. It's just been very weird, y'all. Like, if I could explain, I'm gonna explain it because I don't even give a damn to this point. I'll find like 2 nickels in the house and it'll be in the same spot. And I was like, am I like moving change or something? So, I have to record myself again. Like, I just want to know, like, what is happening. I don't even go over to the doggone windowsill, and lo and behold, there were like 2 dimes. It just kept being that way. I would take the 2 dimes. I wouldn't even use the 2 dimes. I'll take the 2 dimes and I'll throw them away. I'll throw them outside. And the last time I literally threw them in the trash. Y'all, them 2 dimes was back into my place. So it was weird. This last time when you saw that, what's the name? That gold coin, which I don't know where it came from because I don't collect coins that way. I have been in the process of collecting coins. Not like toy coins though, like antique coins. So that's something that I like to do as a hobby, but I have not been doing that like lately. And on top of that, you don't get like a bucket of coins, so when you go for like antique shopping and things like that, you go for you're gonna see about 1 or 2 because they're gonna cost a good amount of money, So anywho, right next to the doggone that coin that had those angels on both sides on it, it had this, "We're listening." And it came, well, it was that thing, but it said, "We're listening," and the coin was right next to it. And that's all I saw. And I'm like, oh my God, like, is God like tended to my request, or is this something on the other end? Because it can go both ways in this. Like, when I say come at you, December, they need to take that off. December is over. Okay, so I thought I was going to show that paper because I threw that paper away too, saying "we're listening." The reason why, and I know people are like, well, that could have been God telling you blah, blah, this, blah, blah, this. For one, yes, God allows things to happen according to his word and his will and his way. But I will tell you this, the enemy, a lot of people, I see that a lot. If you know anything about the spiritual realm, a lot of people out here are getting tricked. They're getting bamboozled straight off from spiritual miracles and all this other crazy stuff when they don't even understand that. The devil have agents called angels too, and they really can manipulate people. Have y'all ever seen like people of other like faiths, like they can perform miracles with entities, like, and they look just like it's God, like it came from God. And it's not like no, I don't want none of it. I don't want none of it. If it don't got God, I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay? Period. But there are a lot of people who get misguided and and beguiled because it looks like a miracle. Oh, well, God, I asked God for a car and he gave me a car. The enemy is listening too. He might know that if you get a car, God might be telling you, okay, I got something for you, but you need to go and train and do this. And the enemy like, okay, well, if they get this in the right amount of time, We can't stop with what they gonna get, but we can give it to them quicker so they can kill it, so they can destroy themselves. Like, you gotta understand. You gotta understand the spiritual realm. Like, that's why I say it's discernment. I'm so grateful for understanding that, because I used to be a person that would just go, okay, well, if this is this, then I need to jump on it. I need to go on it. And God was showing me that everything that glitters is not gold. Everything that people say is from God is not God. And for me, because that sounds quite occultic, and God will hear you. God will show you signs. God will speak to you. But you really need the Holy Spirit to divide it. That's why I said, if it's God, this is what I said. Look, God, if it is you and you are really communicating to me to go forth, then God, I accept it. I submit my will to your will. I drop my will and I submit my will to your will and your way. And therefore I must go physically and spiritually and physically. Okay. I accept it. But if it is not of you and it's from the kingdom of darkness, then I reject it full force and I return it back to sender. I want no part of it, because my alliance, my covenant, my agreement is with you. Period. Okay. Y'all need to stop looking at all these people who doing this manifesting thing and, oh yeah, and then they got all this money, they got all this thing called success, because how we deem success is not what God deems as success. How we even live most of the time is not how God wants us to live, and you will know that by their fruits. There's a lot of people who say they love God, they all this, and they do everything that is against God. And that was myself included. I'm not saying it was somebody else, nothing. Like, I'm saying it was myself included. And I did that because of ignorance and because of lack of knowledge, but we got to stop doing that. Like, you can't go off of just basic signs and wonders. You going getting itching ears. Well, this person, they manifesting, and you say you will know them by their fruits and blah blah this, and they all successful and they getting all this money. That don't mean nothing. The enemy gave all. Listen. The lady who knew almost stuttering. Okay, the lady who saw Jesus and the prophets going into the city, they was like, oh, these are true men of the Most High God, right? Guess what happened? They had to rebuke that lady. Now, she was over there trying to make herself sound like, oh yeah, well, I know, and since I see, and I've had this situation happen to me. I had this situation. When I say I had this situation, I'm not telling you this because of something that I just read. I'm telling you about this because it was something that I lived and something that I know. And God showed me, like, boom. And it was nobody but God that showed me that. It was other people that was saying things after they learned. But I'm telling you, God showed me. And you know what I had to do? Rebuke it. I didn't rebuke it. What I did was resist it, because I didn't rebuke it like God told me to do, because I was so stunned. And sometimes you get mesmerized. Excuse me. You get mesmerized. Or you ain't about to work today. No weapon form. No. Bye. No. Because God's word is going to be heard. Listen. He said, if you love me, follow my commandments. I bless you based off of who you believe and how you believe. See, your what you say is different from what you actually do. If you really, really, really believe in something, your mindset is going to change. You're going to follow that concept no matter what. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how you can, if you want to know how to get to people, you learn what their belief is. That's why we having what we having right now, because people want to find out what your belief is. And they know that if certain people believe in what they believe in, they unstoppable, they unpenetratable, and they follow through, because when you truly believe, you're going to walk this thing out. So, on both ends. And, I just wanted to share that, y'all. Like, this is real. People are getting pumped up about miracles, about what they seeing, about, oh, this person is this, oh, person is that. God says that the last shall be first and the first shall be last. The people that's getting all glamorized. I'm not saying these people don't do good works, but who name are they doing it for? What organization are they doing it for? Are they doing it for the Most High God? Or are they doing it for fame? Are they doing it for attractions? Are they doing it to get a name? God knows the hearts. You don't. So I want to say, don't look. Time is of the essence, y'all. Don't look at what people saying that they got. A lot of people are getting all this stuff. They're like, oh yeah, it's coming up. They think everything gonna be cool. Listen, don't look at that. Follow the path that God told you to do. And if it is of God, just like I said with that coin, if it is of God and God is telling me that we're listening, like heaven is listening, because I really do believe they are, no matter what, when he pulls down that scroll, I want him to be able to say, I know I'm going to be messed up, because I'm human, but I want him to say, servant well done, even if I'm the last person in. If I don't give a care, as long as I make it in them gates, I don't care. Like I could be, listen, the gates can be a go. If I could be a washer in the gates, can I be a washer inside the gate? Okay, I want to be inside the gate. I would love to have matches. I would love to have all that, but y'all gotta understand this stuff is spiritual. And like I said, a lot of people are looking at it in a physical way. I also had an interaction. I remember when, oh God, this thing like shakes me a lot when I talk about it. I had went on a missionary trip, and people, I promise y'all, sometimes missionaries, they really be having in their head like they just can conquer the world, like they just got some super duper powers and nobody can go and stand against them. Like, the enemy does, God allows the enemy to have power, and we are unstoppable with God. But don't take it as far as you just putting it out on yourself, because a lot of them people put in a lot of work to do what they do. When I say a lot of work, a lot of stuff that you don't even want to see. You don't even want to know. Some of this stuff is about to get exposed because they're understanding. We're coming to the time of enlightenment, that people are becoming more aware of how these signs and wonders, because if you don't have God, you're doing it demonically. Let me tell you that. You're doing it demonically. They're seeing how some of these people do to get what they want, and I don't want the attacks, but God, hold me, protect me, cover me. Listen, I know a person who is a Sangoma. This is why I was telling y'all, like, and not all Sangomas do deep, but listen, the more power you want, the deeper you gotta go. Like, and people don't understand that. And when I went as a missionary and I went to this other continent, I started seeing things that in America, if you would have seen it without knowing where it came from, you would have thought people were loony. It made a lot of people go to the loony bin. So, and it was a force, like, so it got me more to get on my knees and to surrender to God and see and to be thankful for what God really covers us from, because it's nobody but God that covers us. Like, man. So like I said, I know that there is another side, and I will say this: a lot of people who do practice that are not they don't consider themselves dark. My belief is that if you're not choosing, there's one true and living God. Straight and narrow is the way. Any other way you come through, you are a thief and a robber, okay? Point blank, okay? I don't care if that offends other people. That's not my problem. When God rolls down that scroll, I need God to say, I'm going to get in. And that I told the truth. Look at the truth. And the truth shall set you free. If you know, like, and then when things are the truth, like it happens over and over and over and over again. So I don't want to dive too deep for a lot of people, but I will say this, like, pray over your house. Now is the time to get yourself prayed up and to move forward. There are a lot of things that we that heaven is open and a lot of things are happening. I can say that, but it just doesn't happen like just one way. And you know, uh, like sunshine and no rain. Like that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. You need both. Well, you're gonna get both. So yeah. And remember another thing about when I talk about when I was talking about the angels and all that, remember about the snake. When Moses, I talk about that a lot. When Moses had the snake and the Pharisees had the snake, the religious people, when they and Moses took the staff and threw it down and it became a snake, and the king was like, Pharaoh was laughing and he like, oh, that's what you think? That's it? I got magicians for this. I got sorcerers. I got diviners. I got necromancers to do this. This is nothing, right? And he goes and he produces the same thing. This is what I'm telling y'all. This is what I'm telling y'all. But at the end, it shows spiritually, physically what really happened spiritually. People don't understand that either. Like when Moses and the snake and that other snake from the Pharisees was there, they was both snakes. But guess what? The snake that God created triumphed over the snake that the magicians had. So that's the same thing with the power of God. But you have to be discerning, because if you were in that time and you thought about that snake and you said, well, they're doing both. He's doing snakes too. So he ain't got that much power. And you didn't see the aftermath. You will get carried away and you'll be believing, well, I might as well go to them because that's the same way. It's the same way. The enemy never tells you, he can't deny God's power, but he can try to mimic it and try to say it's equal. And that's what he's going to try to do. That's what he's going to try to do. But it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to. Y'all, I should make a video talking about it ain't going to work. Anywho, so that's something that I did want to share. And I did want to make clear, test the spirit by the spirit. Yes, heaven is open, but he wants you to do it his way. If you don't do it God's way, straight and narrow is the way, by following his commandments. People, another rich scheme. Oh my goodness. This one guy, I was just looking at these people, y'all, like, they like, oh, well, put amen 7 times in the comments and turn around. Like, no, y'all going into agreement. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. God just says it is so, do it God's way. Listen to that Bible. Listen to that. Anybody who tries to stray you from the Bible or to stray you from the traditional way of doing, not the tradition, the right way of doing things, then you don't want to have no part of them. So, yeah. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Bye.